Hello everyone, and thanks for streaming with us in Afghan Voice Agency on May 10th. President Ashraf Ghani has declared Tuesday a day of mourning for victims of the Kabul and Logar bombings. Dozens of people, mostly students, were killed in the Pulialam truck bombing and Saturday's explosion at the Dashtabarchi school in Kabul. Ghani said he had asked the first vice president to provide cash assistance to the victims' families. In a recorded message about the Kabul school attack, the president said, as a father of two children, he shared the pain with every affected family. This calm, the Taliban group's leadership has instructed its fighter to maintain a ceasefire for 3 days of Eid al-Adha. Chairman of High Council for National Reconciliation, Abdullah has welcomed the Taliban's announcement of temporary ceasefire over Eid al-Adha, but said this is not a permanent solution. He said, "We believe that the solution to the current crisis in the country is to speed up negotiations, declare a permanent ceasefire, and end war permanently." In more grim news coming in, the death toll from a bomb attack outside the school in Afghan capital of Kabul has risen to 68, officials said, even as doctors are struggling to care for 165 injured victims and families searching separately for their missing children. The neighborhood of Dashtabarchi, home to a large community of Shia from Hazara ethnic minority group, witnessed 3 explosions on Saturday after a car bomb was detonated in front of the Sayyid Shohada school, and 2 more bombs exploded when students rushed out in panic. Officials said most of those killed were schoolgirls. The first blast was powerful and happened so close to the children that some of them could not be found. An Afghan official aware of the developments but requesting anonymity said. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation chief has condemned as heinous the deadly bombing of a school for girls in Kabul. At least 68 students were killed and nearly 190 others wounded in an attack on Sayyid Shohada Girls' School on Saturday. Organization of Islamic Cooperation Secretary General Dr. Youssef expressed his heartfelt condolences to and sympathy with relatives of the victims. According to the Rada Daily, he also expressed solidarity with the people and government of Afghanistan. The Independent Human Rights Commission says that during the month of Ramadan, so far 130 security incidents were recorded, resulting in 519 civilian casualties. According to the Commission, 160 people were killed and 351 others were injured in security incidents during Ramadan. This does not, however, include the casualties in Saturday's explosion in Dashtabarchi in Kabul, which killed at least 68 people and wounded 165. By adding the statistic of the victims of the explosions in the west of Kabul, the civilian death toll totals more than 220, with over 500 injured. This comes after the Interior Ministry said at least 243 civilians, including women and children, were killed and injured between April 15th and April 25th in Taliban attacks and ID explosions. The Iranian foreign minister has urged the Afghans to stand united against the terrorists who massacred innocent schoolgirls in Dashtabarchi neighborhood of Kabul. Mohammad Javad Zarif tweeted on Sunday, "Today we are mourning the innocent and fasting girls who were killed by ISIS terrorists." The foreign minister wrote, "The terrorists has proven the attack on girls' school that they were alien to Islam and humanity." At least 13 civilians were killed and further 37 others are wounded in a separate roadside IED explosion in Zabul and Parwan provinces. Ministry of Interior Affairs said Monday that 11 civilians were killed and 28 others are wounded in a roadside bomb blast in Shahr Safa district of Zabul province on Sunday evening. Ministry of Interior Affairs blamed Taliban for placing the bomb in Masakan camp area that targeted a civilian passenger bus. In a similar incident, 2 civilians were killed and 9 others were wounded in a roadside bomb explosion in a Pulimatak area in Parwan province on Monday morning. The United Nations Children Agency reports that the Israeli regime's recent aggression in the wholly occupied city of Jerusalem Al-Quds has injured 29 children. A 1-year-old toddlers were among those injured. Some children were taken for treatment at a hospital with injuries in the head and the spine. The casualties have been caused during the regime's violence across Al-Quds, including in its old city and Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood, UNICEF said on Sunday. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time.